All right, everyone, good evening. Today is Thursday, July 17th, 2014. I'd like to start off with the spiders today. Big day today. 142 million shares traded, 145 million, I should say. We closed down $2.25, down 1.14%. First, I'd like to start off with the obvious here. On my last video, I talked about this bold orange line here that I drew. Bounce 1, we talked about that. Bounce 2, bounce 3. On Sunday's video, I was expecting the spiders to make new all-time highs. I was wrong. The all-time high so far has been 198.29, made on July 3rd. The high yesterday was 198.26. 3 pennies off of this previous high. But as you can see here, we did pull back sharply today. And you'll notice where we came right into. It's kind of funny how that works, huh? So again, there's your bold line. There's your orange line. We tested that line at the end of the day. Let's look at the 10-minute time frame here. There we go. So again, there's your bold orange line. Here's this dramatic sell-off today. I did play some puts. I did close out that position. If you follow me on Twitter, I was active there. I fell a bit behind on my nightly videos. I've been a bit busy. But again, here is today's move. I did cover those, or I did close out my puts towards the end of the day. For tomorrow, in my opinion, I would not be surprised to see a small bounce, at least in the morning session. And I think the spiders could continue to fall tomorrow. If that does happen, I will be buying some more puts. Whether I hold them over the weekend or whether I close them out towards the end of the day, depending on how this trades. I am looking for a close below today's close, which is 195.71. So minor bounce in the morning, in my opinion, and continue its down move. So again, I may or may not hold some monthly puts on the spiders, just because of what's going on around the world. I'm sure you all know what's going on, so I won't spend too much time on that. I do have another level here at 194.80, and notice your 50-day moving average is sloping up. I think you will find some minor support here. That stands at 193.59. So a break of this line here, just like I said on Sunday, and we should see some follow through or some more down move on the spiders. One thing I'd like to point out, again, this is just my opinion. I think the spiders are way overdue for a correction. What I mean by that is maybe even test this 184 level. Longer term, I'm not saying that's going to happen tomorrow or in a week or even a month. Just longer term. First, we need to test this 190.42 level. I'd like to see that. That would be a healthy pullback, in my opinion. And again, with all the events going on around the world and today's big sell-off, this could be the beginning of a trend change in these spiders. But we'll just take it one day at a time, and we'll go from there. So that's my plan for tomorrow on the spiders. If we look at the futures real quick. Okay, there we go. Let's take a look at the E-mini futures. This is live right now. Right now it is 9 p.m. where I'm at, or 5 till 9 p.m. And you'll see here the futures did catch a small bounce. They did make new lows. you go. Okay, so here's your 10-minute time frame. I drew that line earlier. I've been keeping an eye on these, on the E-mini futures this evening. Here's today's action, big sell-off. In the after hours, the E-mini futures did make new lows, or did go lower, I should say. Small bounce, and keep an eye on this trend line here. I drew that in earlier. All I did was connect that high with this pivot high, and look at that, takes you right into that. So again, this is live right now, the E-mini futures trading at 19.50 and 75 cents. I'd like to see if this breaks above that trend line, or we'll see if this continues a move down. I'll be keeping on an eye on that tonight. All right, I don't want to spend too much time looking at that. Next up, Facebook. Facebook, in the last video I shot, which was Sunday, I talked about the weekly chart on this. 67.36 is the high of March 24th. Again, weekly chart. The high, 67.36. I'm looking for a weekly close above that. I don't necessarily think that'll happen. In fact, I favor the downside on Facebook. What I'm saying is, if it closes above 67.36 on a weekly time frame, this could see some more upside. Maybe even test these 72.59 level, the all-time high on Facebook. But again, with the market starting to roll over, all these events going on around the world, I do expect a trend change in the overall market, and a lot of these stocks, in my opinion, these things are just overbought, they're overpriced. These things need to pull back. So on Facebook, very similar to the SPY, I'm looking for a close or a break below this uptrending line here. This is a weekly chart. I'd like to point out one thing on Facebook. Here's your daily time frame. There's our 67.36 line, and I'll just go start from June 25th. Close above. June 26th, close below. June 27th, close above, close below, close above, and then close below on July 2nd. Notice this candle engulfed this candle. Facebook did see a nice sell-off right into that uptrending line. Let's zoom out a bit. There we go. Sold off right into that line, and your 50 came back up, and again closed above July 14th, closed below on July 15th. So what I'm getting at, if you don't get the hint here, I'm looking for a close above or below for 2 days, 2 days in a row. Again, above, and below. Tomorrow, we'll see if this wants to go lower, and I'm not saying this is going to happen tomorrow, but keep an eye on Facebook for it to break this level here. A bit of caution, however. Facebook announces earnings on 7/23 after the market closes, so that could throw all of this off. So be aware of that. Just take note of earnings. I favor the downside on Facebook. This closed down 1.85%, I should add. All right, moving on, Twitter. Twitter closed down 1.5%. I've got a level here, if you've been watching my videos, 36.10. We've talked about that. It's hanging in there for now. Again, with the overall market, if that starts to pull back, I would expect Twitter, Facebook, and all these other stocks to follow the market's direction. If this breaks 36.10, I have a level here at 33.91 for Twitter. Moving on to Yelp. All right, Yelp closed down 2.25%. I am bearish on Yelp. As you could see, this was a nice bearish pattern. I think I talked about that on Sunday's video. This is or has started to roll over, finally closing below our 68.58 level. Yelp could bounce tomorrow in the morning sessions maybe. I think this 68.58 level will act as some resistance. In fact, let's look at the 10-minute real quick. In fact, it did that this morning. This morning gapped down, came right into this 68.58 level you'll see here, and that's when it sold off. But again, if we do see a minor bounce in the market, this could follow that, and if we do see a continuation of the sell-off, Yelp could follow. Again, my level 61.83. All right, moving on. Netflix. Netflix, I haven't talked about this one it's been a few weeks. Netflix has made new highs, 475.87 on July 2nd. In my opinion, Netflix looks like it wants to roll over now. So I do favor the downside on Netflix. I will be picking on this one in the coming days, if not next week. This is looking a bit weak, in my opinion. Let's take a look here at the weekly time frame. Oops, there we go. Interesting here. So I'd like to see a close on a weekly time frame, which would be tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. A close below 428.20. All right, so keep that number in mind. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm wrong. 439.96. So on a weekly time frame, a close below 439.96. I'm going to mark that here. Bear with me here. All right, 429. 439.96. There we go. So again, tomorrow is Friday. Watch for a close of below 439.96, and I think Netflix should see some more downside in the coming days. At least test this 50-day moving average. That sits at 415.75 right now. So again, I will be picking on Netflix for the downside. Here's one more. Symbol SPLK. As you all know, I shorted this up here, covered a bit soon. I've got a level here of 45.95. SPLK closed down 1.63%. This is looking weak to me. This is trading below all moving averages right now. This closed below our 45.95 level. I do favor the downside on this, so I may pick on this one again. I've got a level here of 39.34. So we'll see what this one decides to do in the coming days. Moving on to LinkedIn. LinkedIn closed down 0.29%, down 46 cents. This is bearish in my opinion. I will be looking at this one also. I favor the downside at least to this 150.95 level. All right, this is a nice bearish pattern in my opinion. One more I'd like to comment on is symbol GPL. I did get stopped out on this one. I was right about this 149 level. I was wrong when I said this was a minor level. This actually turned out to be a big level of resistance, right down to the penny on July 11th. The high was 149, and since then, this thing has sold off. Today we closed up 5.69%, up 7 cents. I will be looking at an entry again on GPL, but I will be looking lower. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe sometime next week, but I am still keeping this one on my radar along with a few others, which I will be talking about maybe over the weekend. All right, so that's all I had for tonight. Hopefully I didn't go on too long. So here is one more look at the spiders. As a reminder, look for a close below this uptrending line and a close below today's close. While I'm at it here, let's look at the E-mini futures. My computer is going slow. All right, let's see if we broke that downtrending line. All right, I don't know why my computer is acting up here. Let's see here. No, not quite yet. All right, well, this will be fun to watch tonight. I'll keep an eye on that. All right, that's all I had for tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and thank you guys. For those of you who have subscribed now, I'm at 92 subscribers now. Thank you to all of you, and have a good weekend. And I'll see you guys over the weekend on a new video. Thank you.